Hey guys, we're doing page 303 and 304. Number one, we're going to do A and B, and that's all we're going to do on that page. On page 304, we're going to do number 4, number 5, just letter A, skip number 6, number 7, A, B, C, and D, and then 8, number A. I'd also like you to try that brain booster at the bottom of the page. I think you should be able to do that. And then we're not going to worry about any of that homework at the bottom of the page. So on page 303, we have checking multiplication. The only thing that we're doing to check multiplication is we have our two numbers that we multiply, and then we just switch them around and multiply them again, and if we get the same answer, then our answer is correct. It's kind of the same thing that we do with math. Not math, with what's it called? Addition, where we add the numbers down, and then to check it, we just add the same numbers up, and if our answer on the top matches our answer on the bottom, then the answer is correct. So we're going to do letter A. Letter A is 73 times 42. So we're going to start with 73 times 42. We'll get our answer, and then to check, we'll write the same problem with these same two numbers, but we'll just take these two numbers and switch it. So we'll do 42 times 73 over here. And if our answers are the same, then we have the correct answer. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So we'll put 6 down here. 2 times 7. 2 times 7 is 14. So write that down. Underneath the 6, what do we write? Write a 0. Always write a 0 when we're doing two-digit multiplication. And then we're going to take this 4 times 73 at the top. So 4 times 3 is 12. Write my 1 up there to carry. And then I'm going to go 4 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. Plus a 1 is 29. Go ahead and add these two numbers together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 4 plus 2 is also 6. 1 plus 9 is 10. Carry the 1. And 2 plus 1 is 3. So that's my answer right here. Let's go ahead and check my answer. So we're going to put 42 over here times 73. I'm going to multiply. I'm going to do the same exact thing I did before. Okay? 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. So you already see I'm getting different numbers than I had before, but that's okay because we're still going to probably get the same answer if our answer is correct. So let's go ahead and keep going. Put a 0 underneath that 6, just like I did over here. I'm going to take the 7 times 2. 7 times 2 is 14. Carry the 1. 4 goes right here. 7 times 4 is 28 plus the 1 is 29. And add these two numbers together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 2 plus 4 is also 6. 1 plus 9 is 10. Carry the 1. And 2 plus 1 is 3. And I have my two answers right here, 3066 and 3066. My answers are the same, so my answer is checked. I will do this next problem with you, but I will not check it, but you still need to check the problem. You still need to check your answer by taking these two numbers, just flipping them around and putting them over here and multiplying them. I'm not going to do that, but I want you to still do it. So let's go ahead and do this problem. We have 5 times 7 is 35. 3 goes up here. 5 times 6 is 30 plus my 3 is 33. Going to put a 0 down here underneath my 5. Going to take this 3 right here, multiply it by 67. 3 times 7 is 21. So I'm going to put my 1 down here. My 2 needs to go up here. I'm going to cross that 3 out since I already used it and put a 2 above that 3 so that I know that my carry number that I'm using right now is 2, not 3. Don't want to get confused. I'm going to multiply 3 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 2. What is 18 plus 2? Right, 20 is what you should have said. Going to add these numbers together. I do need a comma right there. So I have 5 plus 0 is 5. 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 plus 0 is 3. And 2 plus nothing is 2. This is my answer for this problem. What you need to do is take the 67 and 35 and multiply again over here, except it's 35 on top and 67 on bottom. So go ahead and do that. If you get the same answer right here, then your answer is correct. If you're getting a different answer, that means you're probably multiplying incorrectly. You want to maybe try it again. On page 304, we have some averaging. I'll do the averaging with you. You have reducing. I'm not going to do the reducing with you. Some Roman numerals. I'm not going to do that with you. And then the fractional part, I will do that with you because that looks like it might be, it's been a while since we've done that. But I think that once we see it on the board, it'll be a little bit easier for us. So we have averaging, first of all. So we have 76, 54, and 92. Add those numbers together. 6 plus 4, well, that's 10. Plus 2 is 12. Put 2 down here, carry the 1. I have 9 and a 1 right here. I know that 9 plus 1 is 10, so we'll do 9 plus the 1 is 10, plus 7. 10 plus 7 is 17. Plus this 5 is 22. 22. So now we have to take this answer down here and divide it. So I have 222. Now I'm going to stop right now. I want you to pause the video and finish this problem on your own without me doing it with you. And then when you get the answer, continue the video and see if I'm doing the problem the same as you and see if I get the same answer that you got. So let's go ahead and take a look. I have 222 right here divided by, I need a number right there in my divisor. So I need to figure out what number I'm going to divide by. I have 1, 2, 3 numbers that I have, these 3 numbers that I added together. So I'm going to divide by 3. So put the 3 right there. I have 3 will go into 2. Well, that's easy. 0 times. 3 will go into 0 times. And then I have, I could just do that shortcut. So I'm going to go 3 will go into 22. 3 will go into 22. We'll have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. 24 past 22. So I could do 21. So 3 will go into 22. What is 3 times? 3 times what equals 21? 3 times 7. 3 times 7. So we'll do 3 will go into 22 7 times. So I have 7 right there. 7 times 3, we just said is 21. So we're going to put 21 right there. Subtract. 2 minus 1 is 1. And 1 is smaller than 3. Going to carry down this 2 right there. And I have 3 will go into, it's not just 2 anymore, it's 12. So 3 will go into this number down here, 12. I know that 3 will go into 12 evenly, so we'll go 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 4 times. So 3 will go into 12 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. So I'm going to put my 12 right there. Going to minus. 12 minus 12 is 0. And my answer is 74. So number 8, letter A, I have a bunch of triangles. Now, I want you to count the triangles that I have on the board and that are in the book before we start. Right, for letter A. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's how many triangles should be in your book as well. So they are wanting us to find the fractional part. Now you might look at the word fractional part and you're like, ooh, that term is very familiar. Fractional part. So they want us to find 1/3 of how many triangles there are. Now, fractional part, you might recognize that. Fractional part is like 1/3 of a number. 1/2 of like 50. Like half of 50 is 25. We get that by doing 50 divided by 2. And fairly simple. So we have 1/3. They want us to find the fractional part of how many triangles there are. How many triangles are there? Right, 9. I'm going to find 1/3 of 9. And if you want to write that in your book, that might help you a little bit. 1/3 of 9. You should be able to look at 1/3 of 9 and do it in your head, because we're doing 9 divided by 3. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. So they want us to just circle 3 of these triangles. And really doesn't matter which 3 you circle. I just circled these 3. But make sure you do circle 3 of those triangles. If you want to do one of the other ones to maybe get a little bit of extra practice in, that might be a good idea. But I also want you, after you're finished with this, go ahead and work on the brain booster below this section. Make sure you also are doing that reducing and those Roman numerals on this page as well.